Hey family, my name is Tamara. I'm the CEO of Unveiled Authenticity, and I'm just coming to talk about using the tools that we have at our disposal to become the most authentic versions of us, who we truly are. And so today's main focus is boundaries and being able to set those boundaries up without like feeling bad or feeling like we making the wrong decisions or feeling like um oh, these people did so much for me, or whatever the case may be, because if something, someone, or anything like that isn't amounting to what you truly desire in your life, and you're willing to keep holding on and holding on despite the hurt and pain that you feel as you hold on, it's doing you much more damage than uh, than letting go. Um, we have to learn our value, and we have to know that we are valuable. We are worthy. We are worthy to stand firm in our boundaries and stand grounded in our own energy. Sometimes we can feel guilty and allow that to prevent us from moving forward. And so we cause our own stuckness, our own feeling stuck, our own feeling like we can't move or we can't progress in life. It's because we not seeing our own value and our own worth. Growing up, growing up, I've always seen women. It was always for me, women. It was always for me, women. Seeing women stay in relationships, stay in toxic relationships that was not satisfying them, And I always said to myself, how can women stay in situations like this? How can we allow ourselves to stay in situations where we are not satisfied, where we feel unappreciated, where we feel um like we are lacking? And until I had to go through that same situation, and that was with my marriage. Um, I always talk about my marriage because that was a very, very, very pivotal moment in my life. It taught me a lot. It helped me to grow. It helped me to see my worth. And um, so me looking back and saying to myself, how can women stay in situations where they do not feel appreciated or they do not feel satisfied? And from my standpoint, in my view, because it was always women with children stayed in relationships. Well, that's what I seen. Women with children stay in relationships with their uh, the man who helped them create their child. And just from my own experience, it was because we didn't want to split up our families. We wanted our children to grow up with both parents. We didn't want to be labeled as single parents. We didn't, and sometimes we just have to let it go and not care what others think. Not care. Because ultimately, in the end, you're going to be looking back years down the line and saying, I should have did this. I should have did this. I should have released him. I should have moved on. I should have released her. I should have moved on. I should have never stayed in that marriage or that partnership for so long. I should have never stayed at that business or that company for so long. I've wasted so much of my time, but I'm so glad that I was able to because I seen many women stay years and years, 30 years, 20 years, and so unhappy. So unhappy. And for me, it was 9 year, almost 10 years, and I was able to get out. So, so I come to inspire and uplift anyone dealing with a situation like that where you feel like you can't. You can. You can do it. You can do it. I was a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling my children. Still do. Stay-at-home mom, homeschooling my children, and working was off and on. I work from home, or like I'll sell some of my product or sell something that I make, but it wasn't enough to sustain. But guess what? I still left. So if I can do it, you can do it. I have 5 children. 5 children. I homeschool them. If I can do it, you can do it. No more excuses. No more excuses. No more excuses. It's time to follow what your heart is telling you to do. Because in the end, you're going to be the one that suffers. In the end, no one else. Maybe your children, yes. But you're going to suffer. And you matter. And if there are children involved, once they grow up, they will know their worth, because they seen that you got out of a situation. You left a job that wasn't fulfilling you. You left a marriage that wasn't fulfilling you. You left somebody you was with that wasn't fulfilling you. They seen that you had the courage and you knew your worth. So off of that, you think they not watching. Off of that, they're going to know that, oh, my happiness matters, because they seen that you took hold of your happiness. So we have to set boundaries. We have to set boundaries. If you don't want to deal with something, don't do it. Say no. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. It's okay to do the things that you want to do. It's okay to do the things that you want to do. It's okay to not want to please everybody. It's okay to not be a people pleaser, because I've been a people pleaser for so long. People pleasing was, I didn't want to stir up conflict. I didn't want to conflict was really, I didn't want to stir up conflict, because growing up, conflict was a very big part of my childhood. Or a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting, very dysfunctional, toxic relationships I was surrounded by. Toxic relationships that a child should not have to endure. And so, like, we have to, that was my motivation. Honestly, my children, I didn't want them to continue to see that dysfunction. You don't have to be treated that way. We don't have to be treated that way. We don't have to be, as women, we should be talked to in a nurturing way. We should be treated gently by our spouses. We should be able to, in our workplace, we should be able to feel like we have a say-so in things. We should be able to speak our minds. We should be able to embrace who we truly are without hiding. I did that for so long too. Hiding who I truly was. Because I didn't want to ruffle feathers. I didn't want to ruffle other people's feathers. Sometimes you got to ruffle them feathers. So, I've learned to say what they gonna do. As long as I'm happy and I'm not sitting in the back depressed, sad, thinking, to myself, I should have did this. I should have did this. I should have said this. I should have done this. I should have. When just do it. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Unveil your authenticity. Unveil your authenticity. By setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is one step closer to being confident in yourself. Because as you set boundaries, you're like, oh, nothing bad really happened when I set these boundaries. Nothing bad. I mean, it may have been a little conflict, but okay, I could deal with that. But as I set those boundaries, I'm still safe. I'm safe, and actually, I feel wonderful. I feel wonderful. Walking in my truth and embracing me and what I want, instead of always trying to please others. So set boundaries and stand firm in your boundaries. Okay? Know that you are worthy. Know that you are valuable. Because that's what boundaries are. We lack boundaries because we feel like we're not worthy of what we feel that we desire. But you are worthy. You are worthy. Very, very worthy. So what is one thing? I challenge you to just one thing. Just one thing that you can release and that you can set a boundary up on. What is it? I guarantee it won't be as hard as you thought. You can do it. I believe in you. So with that being said, I thank y'all so much for viewing my video. And let's get those boundaries set. I'll talk to y'all later.